Hello, so today we're going to go over my training for February and March. It's going to be titled Mission 40, so I'm going to quickly dive into what it's going to entail, what my training is going to look like, what 40 means, and let's get on with it. A new storm has blown through across the northwest of England, so I've decided to pivot. I'm going to run tomorrow. It gives me a chance to get this vlog done today. So this is the last week of kind of floating through January, and then from next week I'm going to dive into a training series. Those again that have followed the channel know that I'm doing far less racing this year. I've got one goal race towards the end of the year, which is the marathon. So for the rest of the year I want to really focus on each distance in turn. So each kind of race distance, 10k, 5k, half marathon, and obviously the marathon training block will be over the summer, ready for the fall autumn marathon. So February and March is going to be a 10k focus, and the project's going to be, like I said, titled Mission 40. So my current 10k is 41:24. I got that right towards the end of 2023 when I did the Winter Speed Series, and again that opened my eyes to changing my training up a bit more, not doing as much steady state, so doing more interval work, more challenging, faster paced work, but also focusing down on a specific distance, i.e. the shorter stuff, the mile, the 5k, the 10k, which was the kind of focus of the Winter Speed Series, enables me to kind of tailor that training specific for that distance, work on that specific elements of that distance. So actually for 10k it's going to be speed and speed endurance. For the 5k it's more all out speed, and then obviously for the half marathon is more endurance based work, stamina work, etc. So Mission 40, it does what it says on the tin. The mission is to get down to 40 minutes. It's not necessarily sub 40, that would be a bonus, but obviously with me being 41:24 in a minute, knocking nearly 90 seconds off in just about 7 or 8 weeks might seem a bit of a stretch. So Mission 40 just to get within the 40-minute window, so it gives me 25 seconds or more to knock off. Obviously the closer down, the lower the 40 the better, but yeah, that's the basic overview. I'm quickly going to dive into, as quick as I can, what the training is going to look like, how many runs per week. So yeah, like I said, basically it's going to start from next week. It's going to be 8 weeks long, and it's going to consist of 4 runs per week, roughly, sometimes 5, so every fortnight. Again, I think I mentioned that in a previous vlog, that 4 runs is going to be the kind of staple of the week, and then every fortnight I'm potentially getting the option to squeeze in an extra bonus mileage run. So basically 4 runs a week is the constant, potentially the 5th option every fortnight, and that's going to consist of Monday is going to be generally be my easy running, Tuesdays is going to be my long runs, and Wednesday every fortnight will be my bonus easy mileage, Thursday will be a rest day / strength and conditioning, Friday will be my speed work day, Saturday will be another rest day with again maybe a bit of recovery, and Sundays will be my tempo or threshold work. And that's basically the overview of the 4 runs. So an easy run, a long run, a speed session, and a tempo or threshold workout as my overall kind of guide to the week. Throughout February and March is just a bit of a focus. I said there's no real pressure, but I'm really going to look at this year in terms of hammering the training, really focusing down on the benefits of it in terms of not having much dead running. So the easy work is going to be an easy run, like I did one yesterday. Basically the aim is to keep that low heart rate, use it as a recovery run as such, and then the speed sessions are going to be focused intensive speed sessions. The tempo and threshold work are going to be at set paces and set pace per k or per mile, or predetermined before I set off, and the long runs again are going to be longer than what I would have classed the long runners previously, so I need to do more work at the longer distances. I just wanted to do it to see what can be achieved if I put a bit of a focus on it. Over the last couple of years I've made some fairly big strides. I want to see what I can do if I make it even more intensive and more focused. And like I said, I've got the caveat of not having a race on the horizon which I'll need to taper for. It'll be hard intensive training, and then towards the end I'll just drop a PB or a time trial attempt to see what's happened. And that's basically the focus for February and March. So I said 10k for the first 2 months, and then following this series I'm going to drop into half marathon training. In terms of that's going to be the focus for April and May. But yes, this is just a very quick overview. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I said as the weeks progress I'll drop a weekly kind of training recap in terms of what I've done that week, what my training looked like. If anyone wishes to follow me on Strava and see more details, see all the data and the stats of my Strava and my training, feel free to do so. But yeah, it's basically just a focused intensive training session, Mission 40, so the aim is a bit of a goal at the end of it to try and give me something to aim for. I like to set a goal just to give me something to strive towards. I said I knocked a big chunk off in the Winter Speed Series. I knocked like over a minute off in the Winter Speed Series, which was just a 7-week kind of speed intensive training session training series towards the end of last year. But yeah, so 8 weeks, like I said, 4 runs per week, 8 weeks, 1 long run, one easy run, 1 speed session, 1 tempo or threshold work. Focus obviously on the recovery as well and the strength and conditioning in the intervening days. And I said I just want to see what can be achieved. I said this one and the half marathon and the 5k right at the end of the year, those 3 series that focus on those three distances. Just for my own enjoyment to some extent, but it gives me something to focus upon. These first 2, the 10.5, will obviously build into the marathon training block. So when I start that marathon training block, when I come back off my kind of early summer holiday, I should be in a far better position then than I am right now in terms of a build up to it. And then the marathon training block isn't such a shock to the system. I'm not having to start from scratch almost. I can continue to build, so I'll be at higher mileage at that point. I'll be at a position where I'm fitter already. And obviously this just works around the fun pacing I'm going to be doing. Obviously I've got races, I mentioned that in a previous vlog again, what races I'm pacing. There's been a few tweaks to that, but I'll cover that again throughout the year. But yeah, I've got a couple of races I'm pacing. Obviously they just fit into this intensive training. I'll be at a far fitter position, so I can just run them and enjoy them for what they are. Well, that's basically it. Just a quick introduction to the Mission 40 series. So yeah, the mission is to get to 40 minutes something in the 10k. I said, not all that long ago, I was running a 47-minute and then a 46-minute 10k. So the year before last, I got down to 43 minutes. In 2023, I managed to get it down to 42.5, and then obviously right towards the end of last year, I got down to 41.5. So progress is being made, but I'm hoping this is going to be a kickstart to bigger progress, and then obviously that's a knock-on effect to my potential in the half marathon, and then obviously into the marathon come the end of the year. So that's a quick overview. Like I said, that's the plan. But yeah, follow along. Each week I'll drop a recap in terms of what my weeks look like in terms of the 4 runs, how they've gone, what paces I ran, how they felt, how I'm feeling throughout the weeks. And I also kind of take my camera out for some of the workouts. So if I'm doing a specific speed session, or maybe one of my long runs or my tempo runs or whatever, I'll cover a bit of that with the camera. I'll take you out with me and I'll cover what training and what workout I'll be doing on that day for you guys to follow along. But yeah, drop in the comments if you're training for anything at the minute, what your goals are for 2024. I said this is my first series of the year. There's going to be 4, so I'll do the 10k one now. I'll then roll into a half marathon one. I'll then jump onto the marathon training block and do a full extensive series on that. And then just to finish the year off, I'll do another kind of 5k speed series to some extent over the winter. That works best. But yeah, I'll wrap it up there. I don't want to bang on for too long. But yeah, follow along with the 10k series, Mission 40. Can I get down to 40 minutes something? Hopefully I can. But time will tell. But as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next one.